guys, welcome to Diana Ross channel. Like and subscribe, guys. And if you've not subscribed, wow, come on, guys. You're gonna like what I found, and yeah, hope you like.
Did you know from 1958 to 1978, NASA wasn't just looking up, but deep down into our oceans? The reason this came to an end is fascinating, so hold on tight. So NASA, using their cutting-edge tech, exploring deeper than ever, and then they hit something big. We're talking about an ancient, alien-like underwater structure, not Atlantis, but something way more advanced. NASA find this structure so mind-blowing, they shut down their ocean program and switched to space. It's like they found something so out there, they decide it's safer to aim for Mars than to keep poking around down there. Fast forward to 2021, NASA sets off this massive explosion in the ocean. Officially, it's a test. But what if they're actually sealing off this alien structure? The theory suggests that NASA's dive into space was a distraction, a way to shift our gaze from the mysterious alien depths of our own planet. The real action wasn't in the stars, but in the deep, dark ocean.
Take a muscle, you're gonna love.
It came from the dark, and it's not slowing down. On July 1st, 2025, telescopes in Chile spotted a fast-moving object cutting into our solar system, faster than anything natural should move. They called it 3I/Atlas, the third confirmed interstellar object in history. But this one feels wrong. It's not tumbling like a comet. It's not spinning. It's not shedding gas the way it should. It's just gliding, perfectly, silently, on a trajectory that seems deliberate. And that trajectory skims Venus, brushes past Mars, slingshots around Jupiter, almost like it's scanning. Within days, astrophysicists started whispering what NASA won't say out loud. It might be a probe, or worse, a weapon. And then came the study no one expected. One that called 3I/Atlas a possibly hostile alien object. Let that sink in. A scientific paper, not science fiction. They said the shape, the tail, the path. It could all be camouflage. A shell masking a delivery system. A device designed to observe, transmit, or detonate. Harvard's Avi Loeb said it might not be natural. The timing's too perfect, because in just a few months, October 2025, 3I/Atlas passes behind the sun, totally hidden. And if anything changes, if it adjusts speed, splits apart, or activates, we won't see it until it's too late. And here's what no one's telling you. The last time something like this appeared, the Soviet Union launched Project Molniya 13 to intercept it. It vanished. No wreckage, no return, just silence. So ask yourself, why are our scientists suddenly using the word hostile? What's really inside 3I/Atlas? And if it's a weapon, who sent it? And what happens when it finally arrives? It came from the
bed rest at...
A massive alien mothership is said to be heading toward Earth. But here's the real story. In July 2025, astronomers spotted 3I/ATLAS, a mysterious object from outside our solar system. Some wondered if it was alien tech because of its weird glow and strange path. Even a Harvard scientist suggested it might be. But as scientists studied it more, they saw it's just a giant icy comet with a dusty tail. Nothing alien. Hubble took stunning photos showing water vapor in its tail, proving it's natural. 3I/ATLAS will pass close to the sun in late October, then safely drift beyond Mars, far from Earth. So, no alien mothership, just a cosmic visitor passing by. Want more space facts? Like and follow.
Aliens are real, but they don't come from space. They come from our deep ocean. Now, mind you, NASA was exploring the ocean back in 1953, if I'm correct. They were exploring the ocean, and they realized they needed to stop. So they started exploring the space more. Gee. Look at that. You see that? Now, mind you, that is a drone picture, like a made-up picture. It's not the actual picture of, like, when they were there. But it's an illustration of, like, what they were saying they saw. This right here is the congressman that was having an interview with the person that was in the water, saying that they seen the aliens ship, like a football field long, going through the sea very fast. Okay. I got more. Now, remember that attack in Florida, like this one at mall, when they kept saying it was a whole bunch of kids with knives and things like that? Oh, they had police, so many police like this for a whole bunch of kids. It make no sense. It had to be aliens. They came from the sea and was checking out Earth, like they was checking out the land. This is crazy. I've always believed in aliens. Aliens are real. We gonna see more of this next upcoming year. And they go from the ocean straight up, fly around, and then they come back and go straight back down in the water, and we don't see it because we stopped exploring the ocean.
Let me make sure I got this clear. So the same aliens that were supposed to come in November took a detour. Now they coming in 2 weeks. And now we've come to realize that they are 7 feet tall and that they look like African Americans. Bitch, what? What? Who are y'all communicating with? Like, the information that you're dropping is knowledge that you would only have if you were communicating with the aliens. So you telling me that these motherfuckers made a planned visit for November, now they say, oh, no, we coming in 2 weeks. What the fuck? And all of a sudden now you know that they look like African Americans? How? How would you know this information? The way these motherfuckers play in our face is crazy. The way they play on the intelligence of the American people is insanity. Cause what? Then you said they're potentially hostile. How the fuck would you know that? Like, man, let's wrap 2025 up. I'm done with this whole
They are not from outer space. They are not from another planet. They are not from another galaxy. They are from here, planet Earth. They have been here for millions of years. They live in the oceans. They have thousands of bases beneath all the seas throughout planet Earth. Their technology is millions of years more advanced than human technology. They are the first intelligent life to live on planet Earth. This is their planet, not our planet. It was never our planet. Many governments in the world know about this and keep it secret from the public. Since the 1930s, the United States military has retrieved multiple extraterrestrial spacecrafts. They would also retrieve biological alien bodies. They are not from outer space.
My name is Cadence Sinclair Eastman.
In a surprising and controversial twist,
not aliens, but Allah signs the truth behind 3I Atlas. For weeks, headlines have screamed of a mysterious interstellar object, 3I Atlas, hurtling toward our solar system. Some scientists say it's just a rock. Others, like Professor Avi Loeb of Harvard, claim it might be alien technology sent from another civilization. But let's pause for a moment and seek truth where it truly lies. In the words of Allah and the reality of His creation, the universe belongs to Allah alone. Allah says, "To Allah belongs whatever is in the heavens and whatever is on the earth." Quran 2:284. Everything, stars, planets, comets, meteors, is part of His design. 3I Atlas is no alien-made spacecraft. It's simply another one of His creations moving by His command, not by some foreign intelligence from beyond. 2. Worlds. Alien invaders. The Quran repeatedly calls Allah Rabbul Alameen, Lord of the Worlds. 1:2. Scholars explain that worlds means the world of humans, the world of jinn, worlds we do not yet know or see. Allah confirms, and He creates that which you do not know. Quran 16:8. If other civilizations exist, they are Allah's creatures too, not traveling across galaxies in spaceships, but living under His laws in their own worlds. Through 3 natural celestial objects, not technology. NASA itself confirmed dust and gas trails around 3I Atlas, signs of a comet, not a machine. Physics shows interstellar objects travel at natural gravitational speeds, 200,000 km/h, which is normal for comets. A spaceship would need fuel, design, and propulsion, none of which is detected. Its orbit behind the sun is just celestial mechanics, not planned stealth movement. Allah says, "It is He who created the night and the day and the sun and the moon. All celestial bodies float, each in its orbit." Quran 21:33. This verse explains perfectly why objects like 3i Atlas move the way they do. By divine order, not alien engineering. 4. Limited human knowledge. Science is only beginning to understand space. Allah reminds us, "And you have not been given of knowledge except a little." Quran 17:85. Humans speculate when they don't understand. Today they claim it's alien tech. Tomorrow they'll call it a comet. Just like past scientific U-turns on stars, black holes, and planetary formation. Speculation is not proof. 5. The true purpose of cosmic science. Allah says, "Indeed, in the creation of the heavens and the earth and the alternation of the night and day are signs for those of understanding." Quran 3:190. Every comet, asteroid, or meteor is a sign of Allah's power, a reminder of how small we are compared to His universe. It is not proof of extraterrestrial invaders or alien spies watching Earth. The truth. 3i Atlas is a natural interstellar object, part of Allah's perfect cosmic design. No evidence of alien technology exists, only speculation fueled by imagination and media hype. The Quran already revealed 1400 years ago that countless worlds and unknown creations exist, yet all are under Allah's command, not visiting us in spaceships. Final reflection. Before chasing wild alien theories, remember Allah's words. Do they not look into the dominion of the heavens and the earth and all things that Allah has created? Quran 7:185. Every mysterious object in the sky is not a threat from aliens. It's a silent testimony of Allah's limitless power. Not alien.
Breaking space news, 2 days ago, astronomers confirmed that an interstellar object has entered our solar system, came from somewhere else, traveled through space, and it's here now. This is only the third interstellar object ever identified in our solar system. First was Oumuamua, and we still don't know much about this one. Then an interstellar comet passed in 2019. Okay, and then an object hit Earth in 2014 that could have been interstellar, but we didn't confirm it, so this might be the fourth. Here it is. It's most likely a comet because it does seem to have a little tail like comets do, and this will probably change, but right now they think it's about 12 miles in diameter and about 420 million miles away from us. But it is coming closer, and it's going to reach its closest point in October, and it's going to be about twice the distance from the sun as we are. It will get much closer to Mars. It will be moving about 42 miles per second. This is by far the fastest interstellar object we've ever seen. Hopefully, as it gets closer, we'll be able to learn more about it and what stuff outside of our solar system is like. Breaking space news, 2 days ago,
We're not the biggest fans of NASA.
It's just kind of strange. Like, I just always wonder why they started off in deep sea exploration and then all of a sudden turned to space. Like, what did they find that they thought, you know what, we need to find somewhere that we can live that's not here?
I just feel like they gatekeep a lot and they know stuff that we don't know and they're not sharing.
There's something they're not telling us.
We're not the biggest.
From the cold void between the stars, something is coming. And no one knows why. They call it 3i Atlas, the third visitor we've ever seen from beyond our solar system. Discovered in July 2025, it's moving fast, straight toward the inner planets. NASA says it's a comet, a harmless piece of ice and rock. But some scientists aren't so sure. Its shape is strange, its motion unpredictable, and its glow brighter than it should be. On October 29th, it will pass the Sun. By December 19th, it comes closest to Earth, still millions of miles away. If it's natural, we may be witnessing the oldest traveler humanity has ever found. If it's not, then something out there already knows we're here. The visitor approaches, and soon, the silence of space may finally answer back. From the call...
What is it? On the 1st of July, NASA detected a mysterious object speeding toward Earth, and some actual bona fide experts think it might not be your typical space rock or maybe any kind of rock or a natural phenomenon at all. For one thing, 3I Atlas, as it's called, is interstellar, meaning it's from outside Earth's solar system. That is incredibly rare. In fact, it's only the third object from parts unknown to ever visit us. It's also moving very, very quickly, 135,000 miles an hour. Right now, it is near Jupiter, but it's expected to fly by Earth in late November, maybe early December, about 3.5 months from now, at which time my next guest thinks we might get the answer to an even bigger mystery, whether humans are alone in the universe. Avi Loeb is a theoretical physicist and professor at Harvard University. I'm thrilled to have him back on the program. Good to see you again. Okay, so for everybody who doesn't know, this is incredibly rare. It's a third known interstellar object ever detected. Why? Why is that so rare? I mean, why do we have so few of them?
Well, thanks for having me. They are difficult to spot. There aren't many that are passing through the solar system, but this one is quite unusual. It's relatively bright, meaning that it has, if it's a solid object, has a diameter of 20 kilometers. That's bigger than Manhattan Island. And there isn't enough material in rocks in interstellar space to give us such a giant rock once per decade. That's the duration of the survey of the sky. We expect once per 10,000 years such a giant rock. And so the question is, what is it? Now, people argue that it must be a comet, but for a comet, you usually see a cometary tail trailing behind it. In this case, the deepest image that we had with the Hubble Space Telescope revealed that it has glow in front of it, not behind it. And then the trajectory of this object is extremely unusual, fine-tuned. It lies in the plane of the orbits of the planets around the sun to within 5 degrees. The chance for that happening at random is 1 in 500. And then it comes at a very special time when it passes close to Mars, Venus, and Jupiter. The chance of that happening for this object to pass so close to these as they move around the sun is 1 in 20,000. And when it gets closest to the sun, the Earth would be on the opposite side, so we can't observe it. That could be on purpose if it wants to do some maneuver, taking advantage of the sun's gravity or sending probes to the inner planets. So it looks quite unusual. It came from a direction where there are lots of stars in the sky. That's why we had a hard time identifying it. The question is it technological?
What is it? On the 1st of July, NASA detected a mysterious object speeding toward Earth, and some actual bona fide experts think it might not be your typical space rock or maybe any kind of rock or a natural phenomenon at all. For one thing, 3I Atlas, as it's called, is interstellar, meaning it's from outside Earth's solar system. That is incredibly rare. In fact, it's only the third object from parts unknown to ever visit us. It's also moving very, very quickly, 135,000 miles an hour. Right now, it is near Jupiter, but it's expected to fly by Earth in late November, maybe early December, about 3.5 months from now, at which time my next guest thinks we might get the answer to an even bigger mystery.
Rare interstellar object the size of Manhattan could be an alien probe, according to Harvard scientists. Sorry, is an alien probe heading towards Earth? This is an interstellar object. It came from outside of the solar system and then traveled here, and it is the largest and fastest interstellar object we've ever seen. Harvard astrophysicist Avi Loeb suggested in a new paper that the object could be an intelligently directed alien craft observing Earth with a possibly hostile intentions. Let's check it out. Here's here's the paper, which is essentially a giant thought experiment saying, what if this was aliens? What would we see? What would happen? In fact, if we scroll to the conclusions, it says this. We strongly emphasize that this paper is largely an exercise with interesting rare interstellar object.
What if this visitor from deep space isn't just a comet, but something artificial? Meet 3I Atlas, the third confirmed interstellar object ever spotted. It's massive, it's fast, and it's acting strange. Astronomers saw it brighten at weird distances. It might even be tumbling or slightly changing course. And it's not just random chatter. Harvard's Avi Loeb, the same scientist who raised eyebrows over Oumuamua, is back, wondering if this could be more than just ice and dust. He even floated the idea that it might be dropping tech as it swings by planets. Now, it's probably just a natural object, but it's weird. And the weirder it gets, the more we have to ask, are we just watching a comet or is something watching us? What if this
Alright, I keep seeing about these aliens coming back in November, and here's my take on it. NASA said that these aliens look like African Americans, right? They also said these aliens are very aggressive. Now keep that in mind. And now we're going to just skip a whole couple of points real quick. Back in 2020, black people were supposed to get their superpowers. I, for one, did not get my superpowers. I am very upset, very sad. Now you're probably like, why the fuck are you mentioning that we're supposed to get our superpowers? Now listen, keep up. Egypt. Although we know they don't want to admit it, the Egyptians were black. Egypt's in Africa. Now, of course, there's a good share of people who are like, well, everybody in Africa, no, shut up.
If we see something coming down that looks like this, which is actually New Earth, what are we gonna do about it, guys?
Well, here's the thing too. Remember, they said that guy said, get ready for more of these. There's going to be ones every day, every week. So they're prepping us for like a whole armada is coming, basically. And that's really what they're getting ready for.
Well, they scouted it with the drones, right?
Yeah.
That's what that was about, you think? What areas did they go over?
Well, New Jersey, they went over a bunch of military bases, Chicago airspace, over airports that they can't fly over. You know, a lot of people are seeing them like pretty much everywhere. They're saying they're coming from the sea. There was a bunch seen out by Guadalupe Island in Mexico that go underwater. So the Navy was chasing them around out there. So I just think that when this planetary system, if you think about a whole planet system, when it comes within proximity, you know, depending on their technology and how far and fast their ships can fly, you know, you're going to have people flying around from that system ahead of time, and you're going to send scouts and probes and all this stuff that they would be sending.
If we see
Hey, space fans, huge news from NASA. They found a giant hole on Mars, and it's over 300 feet wide. Some are calling it a portal, and it could lead to underground caves that might host alien life. This massive hole is surrounded by a crater, likely formed by a meteor impact. NASA and the USGS are mapping potential cave entrances as they prepare for future missions to explore these mysterious underground worlds. With SpaceX planning uncrewed missions to Mars by 2026, this portal could be key to unlocking Mars's secrets. Stay tuned for more updates. Don't forget to subscribe Augazoo123 for more content like this.
NASA scientist is saying that he saw a 7-foot-tall alien race that looked like African Americans on what he described to be getting off a mile-long spaceship. Let's talk about it. Now, this is all alleged, but I have seen some sources that has talked about this claim, and I honestly don't put anything past it because there's just nothing that I don't believe when it comes down to these extraterrestrials. And my first thought when I read that he saw this race that resembled Africans was the Anunnaki. Now, it was alleged to have been seen at some type of Air Force base, and he said it was hundreds of them. And they looked like a black race, and they were huge. And the Anunnaki were said to be so huge that they were like the Nephilim. which are fallen angels and giants. And he said they had an arrogant look of like conquerors that have never been conquered. I know that's right, aliens. Y'all better serve. But the theory of the Anunnaki's existence has been around for so many years, and they're actually talked about in so many different texts of different cultures around the world. The Anunnaki are said to be some type of extraterrestrial beings that had something to do with basically the existence of humankind. And it is said that they used to basically go back and help ancient civilizations and give them technology and basically tell them what to do and how to make these pyramids, or basically help them do this. Because if you think about it, I don't care what y'all say, there is no possible way that these Egyptians built these pyramids without some type of higher.
So the aliens are black? I'm not talking about the color. Apparently, the aliens are African American people, and this is not coming from me. This is coming from an ex-NASA employee. So this is Norman Bergrun, and in an interview, he was explaining that they were about 7 feet tall. Then it cuts to like a voice call, and the person starts describing the spaceship. Do you want to know what they said the spaceship looked like? A fucking cigar. Then after it landed, 100 people got off of the ship, heavily armed, and surrounded the ship. Said the people that got off of these ships were a black. They looked like African Americans. They were about 6'4", 6'5". Green aliens, I have more of a time believing that they're like green or something. But African American people, that shit is wild. Like, I'm not saying it couldn't be possible, but the way you described it, and then you say they were in cigar-shaped vehicles or spaceships, absolutely fucking not, guy. So if you haven't seen the video, go look it up. If you have seen...
Ryan Garcia believes that aliens...
NASA just confirmed that they saw a 7-foot alien that looked like African American.
Y'all, they said that the aliens on the mothership is on the way. Listen, they supposed to get here in November. My thing is, why y'all ain't come last November?
Urgent alert.
What in the bikini bottom is this? Squidward, stop it now. Look at this footage of what they found underwater. Literally, what is that? Is somebody's wig? Did your wig fall off? Now watch as it shapeshifts and it turns into different shapes. Looks up, it has LED lights, and look, it detected the camera. It's like, I'm not looking at you. You're not going to find me. I'm gonna run away now. Bye-bye. Look, it's like a little plastic bag with LED lights, like Black Friday. Let's go shopping. Yay, LED. Let's spin around. And watch what happens next. Oh, there it goes. Bye-bye. What in the...
Aliens have been discovered. An exploration team recently uncovered unidentified crafts and mysterious creatures at the bottom of the Pacific Ocean. What secrets are they guarding? Aliens have been discovered.
Alerta urgente. A NASA acaba de anunciar a existência de vida alienígena na Terra. Segundo o comunicado, eles estariam escondidos no fundo dos oceanos. O Congresso norte-americano testemunhou e confirmou a presença de vida alienígena em nosso planeta, com ênfase no fato de que estão localizados principalmente no Oceano Atlântico. Um documento de 12 páginas foi divulgado.
And there are billions and billions of galaxies, and each of those galaxies, including our own, have billions and billions of stars. And with the James Webb looking at the exoplanets, we are now beginning to discover, and somewhere out there, we will discover another medium-sized stony planet around a medium-sized sun or star at just the right distance, not too far, not too close, with a tilt in its axis that rotates, that has carbon, that will have a habitable atmosphere. If you ask me, do I believe there's life in a universe that is so vast that it's hard for me to comprehend how big it is? My personal answer is yes.
Never be like this guy, because here, if he falls into the water, he's dead. And on top of that, there's a reason what he's doing is currently illegal. This is probably one of the only places in the entire ocean where you're flat out banned. Basically, this is a wind farm, and when it's active, it's easily one of the most terrifying places out there. Right now, it's not running because the sea is super calm. And aside from a little beeping noise meant to scare birds away, there's nothing really happening. But this is what it looks like when it's fully operational. What happens next will terrify you, but remember that I can only protect the people who've dropped their first name in the comment and share the video. If you're thinking, hey, doesn't look that bad, just know those waves are about 6 to 10 feet high. And trust me, that guy in his tiny little boat, he would have sunk before even getting close.
What the hell is that? That wasn't in any of the recon briefings.
I have not had any close. My name is Kate.
In the shadowy depths of the Mariana Trench, where the pressure could crush a submarine, an extraordinary discovery has been made. A species unlike anything we've encountered before. Scientists have unveiled Abyssalon sapiens, an aquatic humanoid-like creature with shimmering scales and bioluminescent patterns across its elongated limbs. Standing nearly 6 feet tall, these beings display an uncanny level of intelligence. Their intricate movements suggest language, an elegant dance. In the shadowy depth.
Now, scientists searching for aliens are cautiously optimistic after discovering the strongest evidence yet of life on another planet.
18 months ago, scientists detected tiny hints of gas molecules in the atmosphere of planet K2-18b that might have been produced by life. Now, the scientists leading the search told me that the evidence has grown.
It is certainly the strongest sign we have seen yet. I can realistically say that we could confirm this signal within 1 or 2 years.
If you do, what would this say about the prospect of life on other worlds?
I think if we confirm that there is life on K2-18b, that would basically imply that life should be very common in the galaxy.